amount of the warrant remain in place, I believe that's $200,000, Your Honor. For two reasons. First, we believe the defendant is a danger to the community. The defendant isolated and sexually abused his girlfriend's granddaughter during a long-haul trucking trip for his job that the victim was accompanying him on. The defendant did this multiple times throughout the trip and then attempted to blame the victim for climbing into bed naked with him. The defendant also apparently saw no issue with sleeping naked with the 9-year-old victim, nor with taking showers with her. The state also believes that the defendant is a risk of failure to reappear. The defendant's work takes him out of state frequently, meaning that it will be difficult to keep tabs on him if he is released. The defendant's profession makes it more risky that he could flee the jurisdiction if he is released. The defendant also lives in Great Falls, as he stated, meaning he will be difficult to supervise. He does have criminal history, Your Honor. He was convicted of misdemeanor theft in Washington in 1990. He successfully completed a deferred sentence on a misdemeanor assault case in Cascade County Court in 2003, and the state has found other arrests for domestic violence type incidents, but have not been able to determine whether there were convictions in those cases. Should the defendant post bail, we were requesting that he be monitored by pretrial services, that he be restrained from the town of Conrad, Montana, all standard conditions, and that GPS monitoring through pretrial services is ordered, Your Honor.
Mr. Feldman?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Fishbaugh has lived in Great Falls his whole life. While he doesn't have as many ties to Missoula, he certainly has strong ties to Montana. He advises me that he's always appeared for court, and as stated, indicated he successfully completed a deferral, which would indicate that he was cooperative in that process and did what he needed to do in order to get that successfully deferred. I've asked bond be set in the amount of $50,000. I understand this is a very serious offense, but I would also have extreme pretrial supervision, and the other conditions seem to be the ones that would assuage the state that he would be monitored through pretrial, and if the GPS monitoring is required, that seems to be sufficient. I think $50,000 is more than sufficient, and I'm not even entirely sure he can post that, but it seems more reasonable in light of his history.
Well, a deferred sentence 25 years ago really doesn't count for much either way. But I am setting bail at $200,000 because of danger and flight risk. Be prohibited from direct or indirect contact with the alleged victim